Hello and welcome to Generation Shadow, the epic supernatural saga that takes you through the entirety of horror history, one nightmare at a time. And tonight's nightmare is, it would be Belfast 1975, but this episode, a bit of a road trip, an excursion to Boston 1975.
They drove to Boston.
Across the pond.
Yes.
We've had cars that do some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll be touching down on St. Patrick's Day itself. But first, let's meet the characters. We have a recurring guest, special guest that we're very glad to have. So we'll go around and introduce ourselves. I'll kind of get the intro taken care of, and then we'll talk about those opening moves. And then we'll get into it. So, let's start with Dallas.
Hey, I'm Dallas. I'm playing Corinne Cassidy Callahan. She's an inspector from Scotland Yard. She's got a little bit of more of an awareness of what's going on, hence I'm playing the class aware just to have a little pun with having fun. She's really seen a lot more than she thought she ever would after going on some interesting adventures with the current party. Gotten in over her head several times. Made some good moves, made some good friends along the way, and has been saved once or twice herself. So she's really confused at the moment because someone that she thought recently was helpful ended up doing something that she seems to be or deems hurtful, and one of their party is missing, if I'm correct. What she believes is.
Well, we'll check in with that business as the game goes on. Joining us, very lucky to have her back, it is Kat.
Hi, I'm joking on my own spit.
Oh no.
Oh, it's off to a good start. Hi, I'm Kat. I used to play here a lot. I played here before we had the round table. That's how old school I was. At any rate, I'm going to be reverting back to closer to my native accent. I'm originally from Maine. Colleen Kenyon, though, she's from Boston. More specifically, the D Street projects in Southie. Let's go, Southie, let's go. Anyway, so here's the thing about it, is like I'm a werewolf, which is like wicked awesome, and most people ain't werewolves, which is like a wicked bummer for them, but whatever. At any rate, like I've been told by like Roxy that like I gotta help out a bunch of like people from like, I guess Ireland, which I'm like really stoked about because Ireland is awesome and I want to go there someday, except I ain't never really been much outside of Boston. I went to Leominster once, and oh yeah, I buried a body in Bricka, so that was something. Yeah, at any rate, like I'm a werewolf, I do werewolf stuff, like which mostly involves killing people, you know, for Whitey. Whitey's a wicked good guy, but he's also wicked sketchy, but he's also wicked cool. So, you know, at any rate, yeah, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. I ain't gonna drink green beer like some kind of freaking tourist, okay? I'm gonna drink Guinness and whiskey, definitely at the same time.
In the same drink.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you do
a
it.
Boilermaker. It's freaking delicious. Like, why wouldn't I do that?
You know, you're right, yeah.
Oh,
And-
wait, no. I mean, technically, if I'm doing Jameson's and, like, Guinness, it's an Irish car bomb. Is that, like, offensive to you, though?
Oh, ooh.
Technically-
Ooh, that's offensive maybe to me.
I mean, I was killed by it, to be honest.
Oh, man.
I was killed by one, so...
Oh, yeah, I'm also wicked into bombing stuff, so...
Well, we'll move on. I will say, don't call your drink. There was an article about like how in England they still have that drink on like menus. And it's like, what are you doing?
Like the Irish car bomb?
Yeah, it was like, come on, England, you know better.
Black and tans are also very popular in
Yeah.
That's also...
Oh no, ooh,
It's
yeah.
England now.
Well, no, black and tans are super popular in Boston.
Really?
Yeah, by Irish Americans.
Interesting. Well, they might not know the
quite
history
delicious.
there, or at least you know to an extent. Let's pass it on.
Hello,
Patrick.
I'm Patrick. I am playing Shin, the tainted who is possessing this current form. They're just kind of along for the ride at this point. Really wanting to stop the fighting as best as possible. But also doing any job that King Yama wants me to do. Last time that was protecting Lord Lars. It was a fun experience. So yeah, I'm excited to go to Boston. Haven't been there before, so we'll see what I can do.
You're gonna like it. It's wicked cool.
We will see what happens.
We'll see.
Joining us once more, my very own cousin,
Oh, yeah.
another great special returning guest. It is Austin.
I'm Austin. Excited to be here again. I think this is my third time on the show. I'm playing Seamus Smith, the pacifist. Having a great time in this really,
Violent.
very non-violent, absolutely calm, very, negotiating.
These untroublesome
Yeah,
troubles.
just trying to keep things cool. And I think my prediction from last time was that there was going to be a lot of violence, and I think being in Boston, like you said, on St. Patrick's Day, there's going to be some. I think we're going to get into some rough times.
I think so.
Yeah.
And then, rounding us out,
Yep.
we have Nick.
Yep, and once again, I'm bringing back Cerwyn Jones, the white Welsh dragon of the Tale of Two Dragons fame. If you have I told you guys to read about that story. It's a good story.
Yeah, you had 4 weeks to do your homework.
Yeah.
Well, something tells me elements of that story might come into play in this very episode.
They did
I didn't do any
in
homework.
previous
Nor did
episode.
I.
I talked with who
Yeah,
was it?
the myth got mentioned a bit.
Yeah.
Carolyn.
Cerwyn. C-A-E-R.
Well, keep that in mind as the game goes on here.
I guarantee that if it doesn't have anything to do with Boston or Aerosmith, I don't know anything about it.
Especially
Vaguely
since
Ireland.
especially since it's a Welsh story and slightly English story.
What Wales? That's like
Wales,
that's
yes.
part of France, right?
Oh
They don't know, they
no!
live in the ocean.
Are there a lot of Wales staff?
Yeah, save them.
Save the Welsh.
Save the Welsh, yeah.
All right.
So you're a whale.
Star Trek,
No,
go back
the
in time and save the Welsh.
Got it.
A whale dragon.
That's like called a narwhal, right?
I think
That's
that's
a
a
whale
unicorn.
A whale unicorn.
Yes.
Well, let me read our opening statement here. A little bit of a recap will hopefully remind us of what went on. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
Before we get into this chapter, which is entitled, of course, "The Snakes Out of Ireland." Operational Report number 779 by Charles Livingston, Honorable Ocelot. Subject: Fuel for the occult fire in Northern Ireland. Recent developments continue to deepen tensions and violence in Belfast. First, attack by a tiger-class apparition known as the Dullahan at an assembly of Druids festival. The loyalist Red Hand claimed responsibility. Secondly, the Tuatha reprisal, a Vala-class giant arachnid assault on a military outpost near Crossmaglen. Cat's Paw Benny Brown demanded an immediate kill order for Tuatha leadership. I recommend a more cautious approach, based on a simple question. Who is providing the Tuatha and the Red Hand with such powerful arcane weaponry? The club seems singularly uninterested in finding answers. Thankfully, Panther Paramount Singh is relying on outside help. Definite Great Rad Dragon Cerwyn Jones, 666 Shin, believed to be connected to a powerful death deity, Belfast native and psychic inspector Corinne Callahan, and newcomer Seamus Smith, a 666, connected to Celtic vermin deity, have been called in to handle the investigation. So far, they've turned up a lead. The source of these occult tools is an American, the notorious Montolio Egontrey. I've tried to read the file on Egontrey and could barely believe it. Treasure hunter during the Russian Revolution. Involved in the Delvers Incorporated labor struggle in the 1920s West Virginia. Agent for the Crown during the Second World War. And current gadabout and arms dealer. Very sprightly for a fellow in his 90s as well. Current whereabouts? Boston.
Mortal dragon.
American authorities have not been contacted. Singh prefers to keep our cards close to the vest. A wise decision? Perhaps. Makes the job for our investigators more difficult. And I get the feeling they're going to need all the help they can get. So some of that help is actually from Roxy DeForest, who sends you guys a note telling you where to meet her associate, Colleen, what was his last name?
Kenyon.
Kenyon, okay.
Kenyon. It means wolf.
Oh,
clever.
I'm writing it here.
Little wolf, technically.
When you transform, do you not actually get smaller in stature?
She's not a very big person.
So,
But her war form is...
though little, she is but fierce, as the bard says.
Yeah, she's actually pretty young and pretty attractive and not very big. But she's like, she's one of those small Southie women that like her voice makes her seem gigantic even though she's like barely 5 foot tall.
Let's take care of those opening moves, and then we'll jump right into this action. I'm dying to get it started.
Same.
So, Carwyn, who do you want to investigate for your session, for your opening move? Which faction would you like to look into? And it could be an equivalent faction or character who's related to a faction in Boston or in Belfast. There is, definitely a connection between the two places, though.
Right. I guess I'll investigate into Night. See if I can get some information from Miss DeForest about our contact in Boston. Hi.
Nice.
11.
Whoa, pretty good. All right, so she tells you. Maybe I'll ask Kat over here.
Sure.
Yeah, what details would Roxy, you think, share about Colleen Kenyon?
She'd share her location, which is likely to be in or around the D Street projects in Southie. She very rarely leaves Southie, period. If she can't be found, just listen for really loud like rock and roll music and you'll probably track her down.
All right, well, I will say, thanks to that, you're able to find her soon after your arrival.
Cool.
How about Seamus Smith?
So it says at the beginning of every session I get to announce which character I trust the least.
We kind of avoid that.
Oh, you don't have to do that? I like
Yeah.
that one though.
It's really cool, but it takes so much time, and I want to get, we only have the 2 hours, so...
Okay.
I'm
Can I just say
sorry,
that?
Urban Shadows.
Sure, if you want to.
Okay, I just trust you the most.
Fair.
You literally, you left and the first part, and then at the end you were like fighting against some. I was like,
Yeah, it's true. That's true. I seem very
So your
sketchy.
character's actually Irish, but okay,
I'm pretty sure they're all, because of our Welsh
Except for-
here.
Yeah, I'm Irish.
you're Irish.
Yes.
And Seamus is Irish. Got it.
Yep.
Figured Seamus was
So which faction would you like to
so I
investigate?
get to investigate faction.
This is kind of a way to help you level up a bit, too, because you can bubble in a faction you don't have yet.
There we go.
You throw one of these factions. You choose one of these, and then we roll based off that. Get some information.
Which one is which one's the red hand again? Or is that just the
Red Hand would be wild.
You already have wild
You already
cards.
have that. I already have
You can roll it if you want to, learn about them.
Yeah, sure.
No.
If you think you need information.
Which one was power?
Power is the Assembly of Druids.
Assembly of Druids, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one then.
Alright, let's see what they're up to. And you could use Power for Egontrey as well if you want to learn about Egontrey.
Oh, let's do that. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, come in handy.
Montolio.
Nice.
Okay.
A 10, okay. I would say it's the equivalent of like a put a face to a name. Oh, be sure to mark Power as well. At some point, you have hazy memories of a boy, when you were a boy, of a weird American man pulling up in your hometown, stealing some relics from the local church, and then zooming away. He might have even told you to he might have given you some American dollars to watch for the cops while he burgled the church. So you have met Montolio Egontrey,
Okay.
A treasure hunter.
a treasure hunter. How about a seedy treasure hunter? How about Shin?
I'm gonna roll mortality. I kind of see what the any local mortality groups, police, any watch societies, any
Yeah, good idea.
Nemean society,
Sure.
lookalikes. That's a 10,
Awesome.
even with a -1.
Nice.
Okay.
Some pretty good rolls here.
You could either owe a debt to somebody in the mortality faction here, which I'm going to say is the Federal Bureau of Unexplained Phenomenon, FBUP,
Yeah.
which is the FBI's occult division.
So they'll owe me a debt, or I'll owe them a debt.
They will owe a debt to you, or you can learn an interesting fact about them.
Let's go with a debt. You never know how that's gonna play out.
Okay, I will say maybe in a past life, you remember as Shin dealing with this FBUP special agent, a individual by the name of Alex Irvin, who is the descendant of Piotr Irvin, who is one of another one of Marvin's characters, and this gun-toting FBI agent is in their monster hunting division, and you had a run-in with him, which you in fact did in 1969, California.
Yep.
Yeah. So that makes sense to me.
Okay. Alex is still alive and kicking then. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was 6 years, so not much.
Yeah.
All right, Colleen.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your debts and how your
Why
relationships
don't we
with
talk
the
about
world.
my debts?
Yeah.
Someone hired me to do a job and I fucked it up. I owe them 2 debts. That's Roxy DeForest. So she's probably sending these jamooks out to me, I guess, whatever. Let's see. Someone lives in my territory benefiting from my protection. I'm still saying that's Whitey, even though he don't live in Southie no more. Well, he ain't running out of Southie. Like, he's running out of Winter Hill in Somerville, of all places. Like frickin' Scummerville, whatever. At any rate, yeah, I guess someone else is supposed to be hiding me from someone or something powerful. I'm gonna say that's Steven Tyler of the best rock group on the planet, Aerosmith. Aerosmith is wicked awesome, and I saw them way back when they still were playing at Katie's, you know, underneath the Kenmore Club. That was a wicked good time. We ate like some baklava at freaking Aegean Fair afterwards. It was a wicked good time. Then Steve and I did some fun stuff in the bathroom.
Awesome.
Let's wait for the punchline.
I think that takes care of your debts nicely.
Yeah. So he says there's like powerful things looking at werewolves like us, and I'm like, whatever. Everybody who knows what a werewolf looks like freaking knows you're a werewolf. Like a human can sing like that, I'm sure.
How about
Interesting.
Inspector Callahan? Which faction would she like to investigate?
Let's see. Did we really figure out what happened by Thatcher supplying items to the Red Hand and Tuatha? Was that ever really like?
You got hints of it from Gray and from Dorian Gray and Roxy when you interviewed them. But they were also like, she's kind of keeping them in the dark as well.
Okay. Then I'll see if any locals can help out. You know, someone from across the pond.
Just like a British woman walking around these streets.
Well, you know, you gotta try.
It's true.
Okay, so you're
Very
going
true.
for
And then
night.
Who's the stuck-up British woman now?
Margaret Thatcher, whatever her current title is.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know what Margaret Thatcher
So
is.
that's 12. That's 12.
Does she make like roofs on huts or something?
Probably her family did in the past.
How'd you do there?
12 on mortality.
Ooh. Mortality. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, locals that would help out, like any similar to what he was searching
Yeah.
for, like with police.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a useful hint.
Or if there's something different, then I'll go with that.
I would say just from the quality of that role and like your knowledge of law enforcement worldwide, the FBI in New England is like very corrupt. Often has a close relationship with organized crime. So
I'm better off keeping to myself.
Like,
yeah, so have to keep that in mind.
everything's wicked corrupt. It's a wicked good time.
That sounds it up. So into that wicked good time,
It's a wicked pisser.
you 4 enter, and thanks to DeForest and thanks to that good roll earlier on Carwin's part, you know where to meet up with Colleen. Colleen, you received a postcard from a person who you owe a debt to, from Roxy DeForest, urging you to meet 4 of her friends to help them out with something. Friends, you definitely put that one in quotes, or mates.
It's
it would be.
italics.
Yeah, in italics and quotes. Saying to meet at like a public house called the Emerald Heart Pub, which is located in Southie, so not too far from where you are anyway.
All right, I'll head over to the Emerald Hot Pub. Whatever. We could have met up at Transit, but whatever.
And into this traditional Irish pub, you guys enter. And of course, it is St. Patrick's Day, and Boston and St. Patrick's Day is we have some cool music that I believe Kat composed herself over there.
This is the fake Rolling Stones song. They can't sue. The notes are not the same.
It's all good. Well, some rockin' tunes are doubtlessly playing here. Also, everybody's wearing "Kiss Me, I'm Irish" shirts. There's lots of green bowlers, lots of drunken debauchery. It's a mess.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I promptly pinch the first person I see that's not wearing green.
It's
one of us.
Yeah, it's one of you guys. Which one do you think she pinches? Who is not wearing green?
Definitely not me.
All right.
I probably would be because it would go with my hair. So.
Your hair's green?
No, it would be red,
Oh,
actually.
okay. I was like, dang. So, yeah, obviously my character has red hair because she's like that much of a stereotype.
Actually, it
All right.
might actually be me since I'm Welsh and I don't.
Oh
really
man, you didn't even realize it was St. Patrick's Day. That's fair.
Well, I think I know of the holiday. I just don't care.
Shin would always
probably
would
figure,
know the
like-
holiday and not care.
I guess evens you get pinched, odds you get pinched.
All
Let's just...
You probably figured.
Hey, Kevin.
So
All
she
right.
pinches you and then punches you in the shoulder twice.
I think she likes you.
That's what they do in America.
That's
It's the mating rituals.
You gotta wear green or you get pinched. Southern
once a year.
traditions to punches in the shoulder to lose.
Is that what that is?
Get drunk and fuck.
You're gonna get pinched and punched a lot on this day, my friend.
And Colleen, you are on the lookout for these, 3 Irishmen, 1 Welshman. So when you hear these accents, you probably realize these are the guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so 3 of you are Irish,
Yes.
which is wicked awesome. I'm also Irish, but like
Oh.
Irish American.
Oh.
Yeah, someday I hope to go back to the motherland and all that stuff. Aaron go bra.
Maybe not right now, but yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. I ain't gonna go to Belfast. My family's from Cork.
Dublin can also get a bit of surprise every day.
I ain't going to Dublin either. Well, I guess that's where
You wouldn't want to go to Dublin.
I mean, I guess Dublin's where the airport is. I don't know. I guess there's some good bands out of Dublin, like Thin Lizzy. Oh, you know who's good out of Belfast is Van Morrison. You hear him?
I don't stay current with the music so far right now.
I mean, I liked him. I liked him
Less
better
than
when he
crazy.
was with them, like GLORI, all that stuff. Now he's doing like moon dance flute stuff, or whatever. I mean, yeah, Aerosmith put some flute on one of their records, but I figured that was like some sort of weird Jethro Tull thing. Doesn't matter. Anyway, they don't do that no more. I told them to stop it because I'm like, everybody want you to think that you like some
So
weirdos
Oh,
from
I should say, Ember, your guys' mission
I
is
know.
to find and
I
interview
know.
Montolio Egontrey. As great as the music, learning about the music, keep the mission in mind.
No, it's just like, okay.
Do I know what the mission is?
You do not. Your mission is to help them.
Right.
So,
I
yeah,
hate to cut across you. We're all
Have you
fascinated.
ever seen them in concert?
Who?
Them.
Don't enable.
No, I haven't. I've not seen them live in concert. However, we are here for a job that we need to get done here pretty soon.
If you stick around till April, Aerosmith's gonna play the Garden.
It's in like 2 days, isn't it?
I
No.
double checked. I was looking at 1973. Initially, 1975. They are up to playing things like Boston Garden.
I don't think we'll be around that long.
I should stick around because the new album
It's
I
like a
got
month, isn't it?
I got an early pressing and it is wicked
Anyways,
awesome.
we're trying to find somebody named Montolio Egontrey.
Try the North End.
So you know where they're at.
No, I just know that's where the Italians are at.
I don't think he's an Italian.
He's a very interesting character.
I mean,
Italian. I don't.
He is not Italian.
He's
No.
not Italian.
Montolio.
He's a man of the world. He has no nationality.
Montolio Egontrey sounds like a wicked Italian name to me. I'm trying so hard for her to not use racial epithets. about
Yeah.
Italians.
I can assure
Yes.
you, he's not Italian.
Yeah, we're quite certain he's not Italian.
Oh yeah? Why do you think he ain't Italian with an Italian name?
Because he probably picked up and changed his name because it sounded fancy.
He's lived many lives.
Okay, so he's lived many lives. Good for him, I guess. Whatever.
No one's really certain of where he's actually from, to be honest. I don't think I know.
I'm sorry, I don't know if she would know. I don't think Montolio Egontrey runs in her circles.
Okay, that's fair. At this point, the door to the Emerald Harp slams open. Conversation is not, unfortunately, no. It's not going to be that easy. However,
Everybody else get drunk. Just like, what?
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to mess up plans by having.
no, all good.
No
This is part of the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
However, somebody who knows everybody in Boston walks in. It is indeed Whitey Bulger himself.
Oh shit, Whitey! Yo, Whitey, come over here.
Yeah, he hits right over. He is a short individual, balding hair, pale blue, soulless, hateful eyes he fixes you with.
I heard what you said to Kenny outside of his car. That was some wicked cold shit, man. Like, buddy, that was like, you ain't working in this town no more. You're out of the game. Oh man, that's Whitey. Fuck. He's my boy.
And you're my girl.
Noah Whitey.
Then he looks around and his eyes fix on you. Oh, and by the way, he's not alone. He has a few goons with him.
Figured as much.
Yeah, who are, similarly leather jacketed, scally capped wearing looking ne'er-do-wells who have accompanied him. Conversation in the bar has, slowed down. Everyone's kind of keeping a wary eye on Bulger there. He looks right over at you, Callahan, with those pale blue eyes, and he's like, you been around here before?
You hitting on me?
Is that what everyone assumes every time anyone says I know where you're going? Like, you coming on to me?
Yeah, look, funny story. You know I've been inside?
Excuse me, you've been where?
In prison.
He's been in Alcatraz.
Yeah.
He's like the man from Alcatraz.
That's me.
Is that what you say around here? Inside. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of our charming American
Very
expressions.
interesting expression.
So they did this experiment on me, named it MK Ultra.
Experiment.
Yeah.
Ultra.
Now
Would
those-
would that ring any bells whatsoever?
You can go ahead and roll the face to a name for the MK Ultra program. Maybe you picked
Power.
it up.
What is it?
I would say mortality because it's American.
Okay.
It's the CIA.
10.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that power.
How'd you do?
That was 10.
I mean, the CIA is interested in power, perhaps, but how'd you do there?
10.
Okay, so maybe you were really into conspiracy theories, but this was the CIA's like mind control program.
I
Okay.
love this thing.
Maybe you were like looking into, because you have the second sight, so other examples of
Okay.
psychic things. That's what MK Ultra was kind of all about. So he's like, yeah, no,
Oh.
those federal fuckers, they said it didn't work, but maybe I was just hiding it from them. It opened up my mind. That's what makes me so good at what I do. Whenever I see a rat or a cop, I know it. And right now, Colleen, you're talking to a fucking cop.
Wait, this one's a fucking cop?
Well, I'm asking you. And he's looking at you, Callahan.
What's it called?
Buttons,
I believe he's talking about their version of Scotland Yard.
Well,
Oh.
all I know is that my friend Roxy told me I was supposed to meet up a bunch of people here, but she didn't tell me that there was no frickin' pigs that I was going to be talking to. You know how I feel about pigs, Whitey.
I don't.
You know that I buried 3 of
Like-
them down in Bellrica.
I don't believe if she was one that she would have jurisdiction here. So I don't think it would matter.
Yeah, we're kind of
Yeah.
out of our comfort zone at the moment. We're
He's
more,
thinking it over. He's like, well,
Yeah, you could say I'm kind of inside at the moment.
someone's got to roll a
more
persuade
like
on
in
him.
hell.
I don't think he's going to listen to me, but I'll try. I'll try. If no one else is going to. Okay.
Okay, I might give
I'll
you
give you
you can
a
maybe
hand.
roll an assist for that
Yeah,
comment too.
I'll give you
about,
a hand, yeah.
So hold off, don't roll just yet.
Do
So I'll do the assists for
8.
Okay, so you get an extra +1 to it because that comment was a good one about the no jurisdiction for Scotland Yard here.
Okay.
How'd you do? Or you can go ahead and roll persuade.
It was 7, so that would have made it.
Nice.
Just barely, yeah.
All right, he's like He's like, well, I understand it, but then again, a cop's a cop. Well, I'll ask you, what are you doing here?
I'm here on vacation, actually.
Oh, is that right? Huh?
just both
Taking
face.
scenic fucking Boston.
Oh yeah, they pay cops like a wicked good salary over where you're from.
No, see, the thing is, this is my first time here, so
Wait, though, Whitey could be on the take. Are you on the take? We like cops that are on the take.
True.
take. I'll take whatever you're drinking, but seriously,
I have no idea
if
what
you
they're
keep
talking
throwing all
about.
this slang around,
Yeah,
I'm gonna get so
seriously.
confused that I might just walk
Can I
out.
buy Whitey a drink or something just to like?
Sure.
It's like a just.
Buy a drink is not a move here, but okay.
Buy a drink is not a move.
I mean, you can make a move. That's a move.
Persuasive, perhaps.
Yeah.
All
Or
right, so
misleading.
Can I just come back with a round for everyone? Just diffuse for a moment.
all right. Well, that calms matters a little bit.
But perhaps I'll step outside if getting your knickers in a twitch, you know.
Step out. What is this? Like catch me outside? Like,
No, I think
No.
leave
No,
for
I
the
believe-
moment.
Oh, I was
not
like-
go step outside for a fight.
She's
Bad
offering to
choice.
Step out.
She's going to leave the room momentarily. I think is what she's
It
offering.
seems to be.
Though I think what we're here for should cause no issue. We're here to find somebody, some low life named Montolio Egontrey.
Yeah, they've
Egontrey.
informed me that he is not Italian.
No, I know Montolio, and yeah, they're right. He ain't no Italian. Look, fellas, the guy's got a fancy name, but there is no.
Nothing fancy about him.
Yeah, and oh, that's true.
Is he Spanish? And like,
Look, I don't know what the
Hard
fuck
to
he is. He's sort of in our game. He's in a game that I play. I'll say that.
Now, is he in the game against
I
you,
mean,
or
look, Whitey,
well-
you know me. I don't know nothing about nothing except for rock music and biting people's fingers off.
Yeah, well, let's keep it that way, huh? Now, so here's the deal. Egontrey provides the merchandise and the customer. I go to them. Sometimes the people who are interested in the struggle for independence, from some of for something that you might be interested in, of course, on behalf of the Tuatha.
Mhm.
So I sell them, like, say, these packages. Maybe they had, I don't know, spider eggs in them or something.
Yeah.
Look, I don't look. I just move the packages,
No,
all
of
right?
course,
I'm the
of
middleman
course.
here.
No issue there.
Nothing comes and goes out of this city unless Whitey's got his fingers
Yeah,
in
damn
it.
right. So Egontrey, you want to look in? Well,
We just have some questions from. We think that some things you may be trying to sell have gotten into some hands of some of the red hands.
the
Someone
red,
trying
yeah.
to stop the struggle.
Like, what's a red hand? What is that? Like, is
The
that a
red
British?
hands are the Protestants.
Yeah, the Ulsters.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
Yeah,
of
agreed.
course.
Fucking
And
kill
you
them.
know I wouldn't sell to them.
No, of course not.
Protestant
Someone
comes
did.
around here today, they're gonna get their ass beat.
Well, someone sold to them, so.
We're trying to figure
Well,
out.
let me tell you, whoever did, I catch them, they're fucking dead.
Agreed.
But you looking for Egontrey? Maybe you can ask him.
Yeah, he seems to have his fingers in this.
You
Yeah,
might know the
well,
players and shakers of that.
I'll tell you
side.
what. I'll pass on to you his address.
Thank you.
Just be a little careful there, because from what I know about Egontrey, he's got some friends among the feds, and he scrawls an address down, a Beacon Hill address on a napkin, passes it over to you guys.
Freaking Beacon Hill?
Look, the guy's got the money. He likes to live large.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is there going to be a problem?
Is there money?
No,
money
it's no
guns?
problem. Like, you just get on the green line or the red line or the orange line, it'll take you right there. My main thing is Beacon Hill's a bunch of, snobby jerks. That's all I'm saying. That's like, ugh, Beacon Hill.
So, Bulger gets up to leave, and he kind of motions back to one of his enforcers, and Carwin.
Mm-hmm.
This one has been looking at you like the whole time. He has like kind of a longish, like silvery beard, and big like round mirrored sunglasses, and a scally cap on, and he's just sort of watching you since like you came in. And Bulger's like, all right, well, Colleen will tell you this, but don't start any trouble. There won't be any trouble. My friend Mr. M over there. If there is trouble, I'll send him over to shut it down.
Could I put a face to a name?
Sure.
For Mr. M?
Yeah, let's see if you can do that.
Mr. M.
Mr. M.
Nice.
Okay. And so he would be with which faction?
He's with Power.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Excellent.
It's
Real
11.
good for you.
Yes, it is. 11.
Okay. You remember Mr. M because he visited your town frequently when you were a child, and he was talking to your parents all the time and checking in on you.
Hmm.
So yeah, an old familiar face.
Mr. M, you look familiar.
he just kind of like stares at you, and he's like, well, Carwin, maybe I've just got one of those faces.
Don't look this guy.
I don't know.
Beacon Hill.
People who go by abbreviations
Don't trust those abbreviation people.
Anyone who has initials.
Like, all I'm saying is if they were like in Back Bay, we could like at least catch a like show afterwards at Kenmore Square or Lansdowne, you know what I mean? But like Beacon Hill, what are we gonna do? Hang out with a bunch of Emersonians? Go to like the freaking public garden?
Well,
The freaking commons?
Before we go, Mr. M, you haven't happened to have visited around Beth Gellert, have you?
he's like, well, perhaps I have. You can see the smile through his beard.
A very secretive person, I see.
Well, we all have secrets.
I'm sure.
I suppose mine are just bigger than most. Enjoy your time in this fair city, Mr. Jones.
Would you be interested in talking privately at some point?
If circumstances permit.
Very well.
Mr. M.
Mr. M is the associate that...
Yeah, he's one of Bulger's enforcers.
Silver beard, mirrored sunglasses.
Yeah.
Big old dude.
You probably,
Let's
he's
stare at
he's kind of recently arrived in Bulger's circle.
Oh, he's like one of the new ones since he moved operations to Winter Hill?
Yeah.
Screw this guy.
What, I'm not good enough for you?
So, we will cut ahead to Beacon Hill.
I was gonna say.
Oh, yeah,
Could
anything else you guys
I
want?
make a before we go? Could I make a phone call?
Oh, yeah.
Like alone.
Okay.
I can
You head off to a phone booth
I
outside.
can probably
And when we get, I'd like to snoop.
Okay.
snoop.
Well,
So should I?
All right, let's take care of Sean, and then we'll see what Callahan is stooping, and then I want to check in with you, Mr. Shen, because you're going to get a vision.
Okay.
Or a message, I should say.
Excellent.
All right, Sean.
So Seamus.
Seamus.
Sorry.
I got it wrong.
I know. I was
Seamus
just.
Smith,
I
yeah.
was like, wait a second. Is Sean someone else or is Sean me?
No, Seamus Smith.
So I want to call who I work for to give the update on what I just heard. Do I need? Should I clarify or?
Yeah, who you calling?
Oh, should I text you it or should I say it?
You can say it. You can say it. I mean, these
Okay.
guys are pretty good at like separating what
Okay.
they know
Well, I
of
hope
the
so.
characters.
So I'm gonna call the CIA.
You some bitch.
I don't know if they. I personally don't know if Whitey. If they know, then Whitey's selling weapons, but I'll let them know.
All right. You guys do not know this, that he is
Yeah.
actually a CIA mole.
Jeez.
Oh, what about Whitey?
No, this guy.
Oh, wait, Whitey was FBI, wasn't he?
Yes. All right, so
Nobody knew that about Whitey Bulger in 1975. Like,
Of course
literally
not.
nobody knew.
well, I mean,
I mean,
Whitey
Whitey.
knew.
yeah, and the FBI, of course.
Right, but the people in the gangs did not know.
Right. All right, so you call up your contact. Who do you think who is the one who's your handler? Is it just like an anonymous name or like a Mr. X kind of thing?
no more abbreviation. No, I don't know. I hadn't thought that far. I don't know. Just like it's kind of I know who it is, but I don't know their name.
Ooh, okay, all right.
I just know it. They just give me a number every once in a while that I can.
Okay, so
Now that I'm in the U.S., it's easier to call. You know.
oh sure, no long distance. No.
Yeah, no.
No plus.
Yeah. All right, so you just hear like agency is aware. Do not compromise cover. Continue operations. They're not going to say thank you.
That's it. Hang up the phone.
Yeah, that's all they want.
Love you too, Mom.
And you pop back in. Meanwhile, Shin, what is the moment? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this is more like when we get there. So if it's like one of those gated communities, I'm snooping the gate all the way
Ooh,
to the
okay.
house. I'm snooping the outside of the house before we go in because that's.
All right, it's kind of like a townhouse, and we'll talk about that. You can go ahead and roll now if you want,
So,
and I'll give a little description. Then we'll get to Shin.
so I hold 3.
Ooh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and read the description. You kind of, as you're snooping, you'll everybody will see this, but you'll see some extra stuff too with the 10.
I feel like if you need help breaking into places in Beacon Hill, Southies do that. Selfies
Yeah, that
and
sounds-
organized crime break into places in Beacon Hill like a lot.
That sounds something Colleen might help you with.
Yeah.
Here's what the situation is. Dwelling in an upscale townhouse on a fashionable Beacon Hill corner, Montolio Egontrey is living large. Light shimmered through the large windows of his living room, revealing the pricey contents. Shelves of strange statuary, enchanted weaponry on stands, and bizarre mummified animals mixed with a fully stocked drinks cabinet and an expensive hi-fi system. Egontrey, wearing a powder blue tuxedo with a leopard print bow tie, is celebrating St. Patrick's Day in style, throwing back drinks and trying to get his 2 FBI minors to join in the fun. Special Agent Alex Irvin, the Brill cream melting in his hair, looks like he wants to beat the Mafia to the punch and murder Egontrey now. SAC Belinda Blight, on the other hand, has her eyes on the street, looking for threats or something else. So, Inspector Callahan, what questions does your snooping reveal?
Well, what's the best way in or out?
Okay, I will say, like, there's a front door for this townhouse,
Okay.
but there is like an adjacent garage that you could easily, you could find some way to pop it open.
Cool.
You could sneak in through there.
You said there's a lot of artifacts and all these things, right?
Yeah.
So who or what here is not what they seem?
Ooh, okay.
Is there like anything like a trap that might be like more revealed now, or just something that's like it looks like it's a vase, but really it's like this?
A mimic.
Yeah, or something. Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I'm gonna say it's a person.
What a beautiful maid.
It is Special Agent Blight. Is not what she seems.
Oh.
Like, just because they referenced mind flayers in the Mandalorian doesn't mean we're just crossing it.
And then what? Here's the greatest danger.
To you? I would say probably the most clear danger is Irvin. Because you can tell this guy's like, he's a Vietnam veteran, a skilled monster hunter who's been like putting strange creatures in the ground for a while now. And he's probably got like heavy weaponry throughout the house.
Cool.
So wait, I want a point of clarification here. This Montolio Egontrey, are we investigating him, or are we like...
We're investigating. We don't want to. I mean, do we want to kill him? No.
Not at the
No
moment.
killing.
We need to find out.
No death.
I'm trying to.
Find out if he's the one.
Yes.
And if he's not, then who is?
The true arms
Yes.
dealer.
And then maybe if
Right,
that comes up,
okay,
we
so
do
we
that.
ain't killing him, but we're torturing him?
No, not torturing. I don't think you'd be that resistant to torture, to be honest.
Sometimes a conversation's all you need.
Very true.
We can torture with conversation.
Yeah. Some people
We've done it
hate
before.
that. Some
That's what we
people
did to Roxy.
truly hate
We
that.
tortured her with conversation.
Oh yeah, Roxy isn't a big talker.
No, she isn't.
Not like me, I'm wicked friendly, but Roxy's got like a bit of a stick up her ass, but that's probably on account of being part French.
She's only part French.
Small part, but yeah.
A lot.
Some
the
werewolf
part.
roots, yes. Shin, you receive, as you guys are, I guess, taking. Which line are you taking to Beacon Hill?
Oh, I don't know at this specific time what line it would have been.
Okay,
Because,
that's fair.
I don't know the T all the way back to then, but we'll say the green line. The green line is a pretty reliable line.
All right, as you are rolling along, and there's like, of course, some St. Patrick's Day merrymaking going on there. Probably smell of vomit on that train floor. Not great.
See the people vomiting in the green? They're like students. Go back to Ohio, you freaking student. Anyway. Later on, I'm going to throw bottles at these guys.
You hear a message from Yama himself. So how do you think he appears to you?
I'm probably sitting down looking out the window, just kind of trying to drown the conversation out. And my reflection across changes to just kind of another generic of my kind.
Oh, you read my mind. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Basically, there's a reflection who's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just whispers to you like, you're going to see Egontrey?
Yes. And no one can hear me talk to them, by the way. It's all done.
Yeah. He is one who has escaped my grasp many, many times.
Yes. I know. He has a quite a large bounty on him. We welcomed with open arms.
He doesn't need to go yet, but I want him reminded.
I'll
He
remind him.
has a staff. he has filled it with some of his power. Break it. Tell him Yama is waiting.
Okay.
This is all like a psychic conversation.
Yeah.
So the sword is. So technically, Shin is the sword. Since the spirit that inhabits the body, so it's just the two spirits talking.
Yeah,
you guys
just
just kind of see the body of Shin just kind of sitting there, kind of slack, almost like in a doze.
Yeah. While that all is happening, you hear Colleen shout, "Emerson sucks!" And she rips the bottles.
Throwing some bottles there. What the? Ooh, Shin catches it before you can create too much chaos.
Can we do not do this now?
Like, they gotta know that they suck.
Yeah. Can we do it later?
Not exactly
Can we do it on the
necessary
way
at this
back,
moment.
maybe?
I mean, I don't want to look like some sort of weirdo carrying around an empty bottle with me.
Just bring it on the ground.
You can always
Well-
pick one up later.
We'll cut ahead a little bit. So all you guys are on the sidewalk outside this townhouse. Beacon Hill, much fancier neighborhood. Maybe that beautiful golden topped state house is somewhere within view. But yeah, this is a very, very fancy, ritzy area. The revelry is mostly behind closed doors, not so much like pub crawling partiers going on in this spot. But inside, through that window, you can see Egontrey just rocking out, mixing the drinks, trying to get his FBI protectors to join in.
What's he listening to?
Oh, I don't know, probably like the Dubliners.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean he's in the spirit of the holidays, so.
Oh, if I knew, I would have said Dorchester. She says I'm spawning him.
So what do you guys do?
Should we, some of us go in the front door, the rest go through the garage?
Are we breaking in?
I mean,
Oh, what's the plan here? So we're killing these two people?
no, we're not killing that. We're not killing Alex.
I don't understand why you guys want make seriously the two things I know are like the history of Aerosmith and killing people. Like those are
Okay,
my
I have
two
a question.
flavors.
Can you do the killing people without killing? Have you ever attempted that?
Just people.
No, just the beating them to within an inch of life and then stomping.
Oh yeah, I'm not the one that gets hired for that though, because part of what I get paid in is the fresh meat.
Okay.
Well,
Well, it's a complicating matter, isn't it? We're not trying
Look,
to kill
you
anybody.
you can't choose the guides who Roxy gives you.
true.
Look, if you can wait until
I mean,
we get
I
a better decision on that matter.
I get some lycanthropes nowadays and vegetarians and all that, but not
I've
me. I'm a
not-
traditionalist.
Are there
I don't
really?
remember that.
What?
Are there vegetarian? I think we're getting off point now.
I'm sorry. By
Ding dong.
Okay, so
By vegetarian, I mean don't.
for
eat meat.
Seamus just walks over to the door and dings dong the doorbell.
All right.
Great.
I will
So we're all
say,
walking up.
with this group, that violence does tend to happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. We just have
Okay,
to-
I'm gonna wicked lie to these people because I'm a wicked local, so like I think they'll believe me.
Well, we'll have unless Callahan, you want to do something while these guys are going while Seamus walks over to hit that doorbell?
I would like to attempt the conversation as much as possible.
Yeah.
But if they want to kill us, then
No, I'm
I
gonna
say-
pretend to be a charity worker. They love that kind of shit up here. It lets them give to poor people that aren't black.
Did you pretending leave to kill him?
If you guys don't want me to kill, I can at least like beg for charity.
Just
What if your other cat?
hold off on that for now.
Yes.
Okay, so I will say, you ring the
I
doorbell.
like the charity.
You
aspect.
hear some
Something
like
that doesn't
hushed,
back up.
some muttering, and Irvin be like, "Egontrey, do not, Egontrey, do not!" And Egontrey has already opened up the door, and he's like, "Hey!"
Hi.
Hey, when the party started, did it already start without us?
Oh, well, the party doesn't stop until you guys walk in. Come
Excellent.
on. I was hoping people would arrive. I, placed a whole bunch of phone calls, some friends, and I figure you guys are like, what, friends of friends?
Yeah,
Well,
Heard
actually,
about
I'm here on behalf of a.
No. That's okay.
We're already in.
Yeah, we're already in. We don't need to do that.
But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, well, you're in the doorway, so you're in the porch.
I'm here on the behalf of like a cultural exchange program between Southie High School and these like lovely people from Ireland.
Oh, Are you guys Irish?
Yeah, the
Yes.
wicked.
Oh,
Yes,
hey,
we are.
hey. Top of the morning to you. Oh, you like it?
Yes. It's
All right,
wonderful.
come on in, you
Wonderful.
leprechauns.
Yeah.
Hey, this is your day, isn't it?
No one
You
says
know,
that.
I
leprechauns.
don't think I've ever heard that in times I've spent in Ireland.
You
Oh,
got
I love your Irish accent, dude. What
I'm
part of
Welsh.
Ireland are you? What?
I'm not from Ireland. I'm from
What part of Ireland is that? Like the bad part?
East of Ireland.
very,
Oh.
very east of Ireland.
At any rate,
Across
so,
the channel.
Not even Ireland.
so yeah, like we're looking to do like a cultural exchange program with Ireland because we feel like we could, use more culture down in Southie.
Yeah, I mean, I want to learn about like Blarney stones and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And with your wicked generous
Stone.
donation, we could send a wicked lot of
Stone.
kids to Ireland,
Stone.
which would be
Yes.
like a wicked
Stone,
good
yeah.
opportunity
It's very
for
one
them
stone. It's one
because
stone,
they
yeah.
could learn a
That's
wicked
huge.
amount of the home country.
Inspector Callahan, what were you saying there?
It's just stone.
Stone. The blind stone.
It's actually just the one stone.
It's kind of large. It's not easy to get to either.
Upside down.
Yeah.
But
A little scary.
we're glad you're excited about it.
Yes, we appreciate it.
All right. Well, hey, I'm a man of means. Somebody's gonna have to roll a mislead, distract, or trick.
I always forget what you roll with Miss Lee.
Okay.
That is with mind.
Gladly try.
Not me.
I guess I'll roll. 'Cause I've been lying a lot, but you've got a good mind. Can I just assist you?
That sounds like a
What's
plan.
your
Yeah.
Mortality.
mortality? Okay, I'll try to assist you because I'm lying like crazy. Hey, I got an 8.
Okay, how'd you do, Inspector
Real
Callahan?
good.
Nice.
What was that?
12
Nice.
Plus
Okay,
the
very
one.
good.
plus the 1.
Whoa. So,
2 or 3 in mind.
3.
which one do you think of from the list? Maybe like create an opportunity, which is like he lets you all in.
I think we're going to let's see,
On a 10 plus week 3. Oof.
Yeah.
maybe confuse him for even longer so he gives up more info,
Oh yeah.
or expose a weakness so therefore we can get out
Ooh,
information.
okay.
How about that one?
So are these two people like your friends?
Okay, so I will say the confusion that you the weakness you expose is that he brings you in so fast that Irvin is like not able to quite stand up and like get a hand to his coat before you're already inside.
I immediately make a beeline towards Irvin. Irvin, old friend, it's good to see you.
Shin?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple of years.
Or wait, actually, would he? Because you are a different person. I was thinking you'd
I
recognize
was,
your voice.
it's
but-
Shin. We met in LA a couple years ago.
Did we?
I looked a little bit different back then,
I'll say.
and I kind of pat the sword that would be recognizable.
Ah, okay, yeah. He nods. He's like, I see.
Is that a gay thing?
I'm a woman, so
Oh, I don't know with the name
Yeah.
Shin that you're a woman, so never mind.
yes.
I think you were you a man last time?
I was a man last time.
Yeah, so
That still works. Just like it's not a gay thing.
okay. So Irvin,
Sorry, Shin not being a woman's
Yeah.
name, and
Irvin's
It's
like,
short for my title.
what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm gonna kind of pull him off to the side. Oh, we're just stopping to say hi to an old friend, Montolio. We haven't seen him in a long time, so we kind of wanted to. We heard he wasn't down here. He was celebrating, so we just stopped in.
I mean, he knows you and he sort of trusts you, but you're still going to do a persuade on him. I
Yeah.
think. Or you could. I mean, I don't think you have a debt with him.
I do have a debt with him, actually. He
Okay.
gave me one.
Oh yeah. that's
Oh
right.
yes, yeah. With that great, you want to call it in?
Yeah, I kind of do.
That would go a long way to
plus
establishing trust. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I want to use it to, I wanted to give me a worthy and useful gift without cost, as in the introduction and the allowance to stay in this building and talk to Montolio without being harassed.
Okay.
That's a worthy and, what is this? Useful gift?
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. We're old friends, you know. Like, look, you can trust me. We fought a werewolf together. Werewolves. It's an interesting day, wasn't it?
Oh, that it
Took out
was.
Manson.
Yeah. Look.
Wasn't Montolio there as well that day?
Um.
I think. No, that was
He
that was
was-
the other. Somebody else, wasn't it? A dragon or something?
They were all involved tangentially, perhaps.
Mm.
But yeah, Egontrey, well, he's been involved in all sorts of things over the years.
Oh, I look around. I can absolutely can see it. Do you mind giving me a tour of the place?
All right, let's see you do the roll here.
Okay.
Persuade with that extra +3 because of the debts.
Nice.
Oh wow! Even with my -1, that's still a 11. No, sorry,
Ooh.
13. Sorry, 13. I can do
Nice.
maths.
Yeah. Okay, so he'll say he pulls you aside and he's like, Shin, I trust you, but so I'll tell you this. Something about this assignment isn't right. Egontrey, he's here because he's rolling over on a lot of people, powerful people.
Yeah, I figured it.
And they want him dead. The agency wants him alive, but the bureau wants him alive, but well, I figure we might have a rat somewhere.
I would probably imagine we probably do. Maybe didn't notice he also might be involved in gun running to Ireland right now.
Look, at this
Just
point,
in
if there was some horrible international crisis that Egontrey wasn't involved in, I would be surprised.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
He's made a lot of contacts and a lot of enemies, and they're all sending people to kill him.
Well, hopefully,
So
none
are any
show
of your
up today.
friends part of that group?
Of the type that would try to assassinate Montolio? No. One's a Scotland Yard detective. Oh my god! I sounded blasted! The other is some Welshmen. They seem on the up and up.
Okay.
The other one, like me here, I kind of point out Seamus. They're more of a pacifist than anything else. I'm not too worried about them.
Oh, I like a pacifist.
I've never heard anybody.
What about your Bostonian pal?
Oh, the Bostonian. Met her today. She seemed like a good kid. Not someone. She's a violent sort, but she's not that sort.
All right. Well, I'll see if there's any Bolo files about her.
You might want to avoid doing that
We'll
this group in general.
All right. We'll find out.
Yeah, you should note she is really young. Like, I
Yeah.
mean, she's not a kid, but she's definitely like young enough that rock stars would still be interested in her.
I'm a very old entity, so everybody's a kid to me.
He's like, all right. We'll just keep watching them.
Of course. Do you mind if I take a look around the place?
Be my guest.
Cool. If you will allow me, I want to make a. This I'm doing right now, but I want to make a investigate a place of power looking for that particular item.
Ooh. All right.
So.
I'm gonna say Egontrey gravitates towards you, Callahan.
Okay.
And probably for the sole reason that you're Irish,
Okay.
and that you're, a attractive, no nonsense sort of
What,
woman.
my chopped liver?
Well, look, let's just say Egontrey's got a type, okay?
What, Irish? I'm Irish.
No, consider
Fine wine. Fine aged wine.
He's got a type. So he slides over to you and he's like,
Wicked Irish.
but you're not no nonsense. He's like, so, seen any leprechauns? Because I've met some.
Oh, really?
Keep going.
Leprechauns, have you seen them? Because last time I think anyone's seen them, they were on some really, really powerful drugs. The last chap we met, like you, was on some really, really powerful drugs. He might have seen some leprechauns, but...
Yeah, man, I don't doubt it. Hey, what are you drinking?
What are you pouring?
Oh, I love your style. He goes over, he's like, pardon me, Special Agent Blight. Let me go over to the drinks cabinet. What would the mademoiselle desire?
Whiskey, straight?
Oh, man. Hey, I gotta tell you about a time I encountered some whiskey that, I kid you not, turned you into a werewolf. Some moonshine, pretty wild. So he's pouring you the
hold
drinks.
off on that.
If you like werewolves.
Man, you guys like fighting over Egontrey's affections.
Basically.
Well, I wanted to get money out of it.
All right, Carwin.
While this is happening, I would like to see if I could. I have the move All Things Laid Bare, which is when you figure someone out by investigating their lineage or history, I can add different options. So I'm basically rolling figure someone out, but I'm doing this as sort of like I'm sort of wandering around, seeing if I can sort of find any information on Egontrey, like his past or his lineage. So. Oh, nice. Figure some out. Okay, with mind. Okay, that's a 10. Nice. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of like artifacts from his
Yeah.
life that you know.
So one of the things is, what secrets has your lineage concealed from the world?
Ooh. All right. One thing you see is like an old black and white photo, which appears to show Egontrey in a different outfit, like kind of a trench coat and dark suit, standing with a number of other individuals, including a Russian woman and like with weird greenish hair and like a peasant kind of garb, a weird cultist-looking individual bearing like a whip, a Russian woman who she still has both eyes, who is trying to think what would best show that's Svetlana, with some fangs, and of course a werewolf that you, Nick, might know. All with apparently in a group shot with the Tsar. Yeah, with like Nicholas II, and Egontrey's with him too.
Oh, is the weird plant lady there?
Yeah, that's the Russian one, the peasant with the green
okay.
hair. Yes.
What did I play in that arc? Forgot.
You were the cultist.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was a cult leader.
So-
I forgot about that.
That character is fun.
I can't remember if
Yeah. That was a weird one.
I can't remember if it was told to me that Egontrey was a dragon.
Yeah. The Don Cheadle version.
I don't think it was told to you.
Okay, so I was hoping to sort of find out and find anything along those lines. I was hoping to reveal that.
All right. Well, I will say, you know, he's immortal. From the pictures, you know that. But there is like you can definitely sense your draconic senses. Do kind of recognize a kindred spirit in some way. I mean, he's a dragon. He's like a bunch of other. He's like several other things. As well.
Yeah, he really is. The other thing is you can literally just claim it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
Just like,
Egontrey has
"Do
something where
this!"
he's constantly like
Yeah,
adding other things
No,
to
yeah.
what he is, right?
So I'm sensing that he is a
His
dragon.
character.
And
I feel like one of my characters
I do
has
still have
something
like
like-
one other
yeah,
hole. So
you there gave him
Let's
some
see.
like tree powers.
Give him the belly, yeah.
I doubt there's anything, but who's pulling your character's strings? So, just in case, who might be pulling Egontrey's strings?
Ooh. Okay. Are you still like looking at his possessions to help find out this? Or you guys like ask him.
Sure. I was just sort of. I would say sort of. You have a very interesting collection of items. I mean,
I'm a collector.
I doubt, and you seem to know quite a few people, quite a few influential people throughout history.
I tend to hobnob.
You wouldn't happen to be working with anyone currently, would you?
Ooh.
You up to your old tricks, Montolio?
Can we get back to talking about giving money to the schools in Southie?
Yeah, I'm not giving money to the schools in Southie. You're gonna have to. Something to roll a persuade on him.
I'm up there.
Who? Wait, for what?
On Egontrey for him to tell.
You asked, so I'll either help you or I'll roll it.
Oh,
I
either
can
way.
persuade very specifically, but I don't know if you want a persuasion in that way.
It might not be the best for the
I can
less
sort of-
violent way this
Yeah,
group
no, I
seems to
can-
be going.
I can
for the
roll as a
moment.
persuade.
At the moment.
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
Ooh, I could definitely use that
Still
help.
a success.
It's still a success, but might as well, just to make it a little bit better. Although actually, it wouldn't really help out much. It's still a
So
success.
you are.
I am
I
wild.
think dragons are wild. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 5. Sorry, but
That's fine.
Okay.
It's still a 7.
-2 in wild.
Well,
You could have bumped it to a 9 though.
All right. Egontrey's like,
Oh, that's like.
No,
All right,
seven-
well-
7 9.
Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
Mr. Welsh, dude. I wouldn't mind sharing something with you. I like your style.
Welsh like the grape jelly.
Yeah, you would like
Not
Jelly
exactly.
Man?
Can I call you
I
Jelly?
was about to reveal something interesting.
Yeah.
Jelly.
No, I just put it together. I'm sorry.
That's Welsh's, I believe.
Oh, right. Okay.
I
Well,
thought that was grapefruit.
I would be.
Oh, no,
I'm
grapes.
100% happy to
Oh, no,
tell you
grapes.
who I'm working with, but provided you maybe watch my back, I'm kind of up against it at the moment.
Well, you seem very familiar, or at least you're a kindred spirit almost.
Maybe. I mean, I'm
You
not
almost
Welsh.
reminded me of my sire.
Look, I've been all over the world. I sired a lot of kids, man. Are you sure? He's getting quite nervous at this.
Can I interject at some point?
Daddy.
All right, so
Yeah,
you pop
no.
in, and then something else is gonna happen.
By the way, that was a reveal that he is actually my sire.
Yeah, which I think he gets, and he like.
Damn it. Whoops.
All right, Colleen.
I whisper. I ask loudly, like, you got any cool records? And then I whisper really quickly afterwards, like, is your problem these two guys need them taken care of?
Ooh, are you referring to like the FBI people? Okay, Egontrey's like, they're the ones looking after me. I need them. And cool records. Hey, what's the phrase I'm thinking of? You don't even have to ask. He goes over and he's like, this little number was played when a friend of mine was horribly murdered. And then he puts on a very loud rendition of Yankee Doodle Dandy, which was played when Rasputin was killed.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I just wanna take a drink and remember a friend of mine. I did see him when he was totally naked. It was pretty traumatic for me, but it was still a good guy. I'm sorry, Rasputin. I should have saved you. And he's in the modeling part. Seamus,
Yes.
you have a vision at this point.
Oh,
no.
So how do you think Crom trusts you?
How do I think Crom trusts me?
Or not trusts you, visits you, like
Visits.
communicates with you.
Just like a direct link in the head. Just not simple.
Okay, simple. All right, you hear Crom being like, soon you will need me. If you want to save this little worm of a man, you will need my worms. When the moment is right, call upon me and I will be there.
Oh, okay.
The moment is coming soon. Just then, there's a knock on the door.
I'm marking corruption right now to add 2 things to my transformation for when it happens.
All right.
I'm prepared.
The door or there's a knock at the door. Egontrey goes to open it. Irvin's like, no, you've done this enough. Stop. Sit down. Egontrey collapses. He's now openly sobbing about Rasputin and all the other friends he's like lost over the years thanks to his immortality.
Didn't realize I opened a door.
You open the dams, didn't
You know,
you?
it's
Apparently.
crying like
Because
this
in the
that is
back of the
why we
building.
have Nixon for a second term. You guys, men need to toughen up. You guys are getting soft.
Can I look through the? They have a little.
My
a little
apologies if
peephole,
I
right?
opened old wounds.
All right. Seamus, you look through the keyhole.
Yeah.
It is Mr. M.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
I'll announce that quietly to the group.
I'm not there. I'm still looking for the staff.
All right. So yeah, everyone knows that Mr. M is outside. He knocks again.
What do I know about Mr. M if he's been hanging out with Whitey?
Totally mysterious.
Okay.
Very
That's what the M stands
feared.
for.
Yep.
Yep, Mr. Mysterious, and supposed magical powers.
Cool.
He has an untraceable accent as well.
Cool. Then I am
Somewhat
definitely-
English, but like older, weirder. Yeah.
I'm definitely adding to my my werewolf transformation that I'm all but immune to magical attacks when transformed. It seems wise.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
So the information that we got before was that Montolio was giving weapons to Wish, or supposedly giving weapons to
this
Wish.
question.
We haven't actually asked any of those.
Yeah, you haven't asked him. You know that Montolio was giving weapons to Whitey, who then gave them to the Tuatha.
Okay.
So you have to figure like who is behind. Why is Montolio doing this? Who is the one pulling Montolio's strings?
And the Tuatha is green Irish.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
actually ask.
That's like the fairies who are against the occupation.
Yeah.
So we haven't actually gotten that answer of who's pulling the strings.
You have not. And also, somebody is giving weapons to the Red Hand as well. And
Yeah.
Whitey says he wasn't doing it, but
Yeah.
better not be.
So, Mr. M's at the door?
I love Whitey, but if he's doing
You
that...
can hold him a little bit longer. Montolio. I'm gonna sit down next to him.
Yeah?
You've been selling guns to people, selling things like that.
It's what I do!
I know.
And giant spiders and...
Yeah, giant spiders. Great call.
And
by
I
the way.
sold
That was a lot of
this
fun.
weird undead coach riding monster.
Okay, so have you been selling to the Red Hands, to the Margaret Thatcher and all of them?
He's like,
To the
look.
English? No, we're not here to accuse
He's
you of
like,
anything.
look, Thatcher, she's the one who... And at this point, the door unlocks, and Mr. M walks inside.
Is this the one? I say to crying boy, Egontrey. This the one you scared of?
Egontrey looks up and he was like, I've never seen him before in my life.
Uh-oh.
And I've had a very long life. You know, I met Rasputin. Oh, I miss him. He's such a cool guy. So Mr. M is like, he just holds up his hands, and he's like, ladies and gentlemen, I assure you, I do not mean any harm. Mr. Jones, you asked for another opportunity to talk.
Sure.
This is it.
Very well.
Because, little Carwin, do you remember me?
You look familiar.
I should think so. You see, I came to your family's house many, many times when you were growing up.
Yes, I do recall that.
You were given to them after your father, and he looks over at Egontrey, put you into the world and walked away, abandoning you, even though he knew what sort of power would be there when you finally hatched.
Right.
But even he didn't know the truth about you.
What is he talking about?
I have no idea.
What is he talking about?
Oh, some words another county heard from, huh?
I learn
Well.
shit every day with this one.
I know. Same. I lived a very long life. If I think what they're talking about, then we're all fucked.
No, actually,
Say that,
quite the
no.
opposite.
Really?
You see, we might all be fucked, but Mr. Jones is the man who can unfuck everything.
Okay.
Is it possible?
I think I understand what you're meaning, but odd phrasing, I will say.
It all goes back to where you came from, in a story about when I was a young man. I assure you, a very, very long time ago. And I came across two dragons
Yes.
battling in the foundations of a castle.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say fucking.
No.
Dragons-
Don't be
Montolio.
grotesque.
Just said fucked, unfucked, fucked.
Ugh.
No.
Get your mind out of
we
the
were
gutter.
not doing any of the
Carwin,
Yes.
you were one of those dragons. There was the
Yes.
red and the white was defeated. But I took
was,
it,
yes.
and I nursed it. I brought it back, and I hid it throughout the ages. Dragons never really die.
No, we don't.
And all the way until you were brought back into this world
Where else though?
by a careless act of Montolio Egontrey.
Right.
And now that you've returned and you've reached manhood, I'm there to guide you through what's next.
Wait.
I just realized something.
Like you realize.
You wouldn't happen
Merle is
to be Meriden,
a
would
parent of
you?
him as well.
He lowers his sunglasses and his eyes are glowing.
You
And
are.
he's like, got it in one.
He's Merlin.
He's Merlin?
Yes. Yes.
This is weird.
The ancient wizard of stories. seems
Okay,
to be
I
alive.
heard a
Oh.
lot of things. I can believe it. Actually, it's the weird bit.
Oh, hence the M.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well done.
Nothing gets by her. The M stands for Merlin.
Dial M for Merlin.
Oh, and something else I should tell you. Whitey Bulger wants all of you dead.
Including her?
Yeah, that's messed up. I saved Whitey a bunch of times.
He does not care.
He divulged a lot of information
He
unwillingly.
did. Yes.
In fact, as
told
he's
me
saying
everything.
this, outside, two cars pull up, engines roaring, and a barrage of bullets tears into the townhouse.
I'm going to tackle Montolio.
Okay. We'll go around this way. You can each do one action before the bullets hit. This is like a. It's not really a combat because like it'll be over. It's a drive by. Inspector Callahan, what are you doing?
Do I hear the sound?
Yeah, you hear these like cars pulling up. You have a little bit of warning thanks to Mr. M, but like not much.
I say, pull your socks up.
All right. I will say that gives everybody a bit of a warning to duck down.
Is that an expression I should know?
But it means
Oh, pull your socks up.
Duck.
Oh, I Or your shoes untied.
Yes.
You dropped your pocket.
okay. What does Colleen do?
How far away are the cars?
They're like right in the street.
Oh, so they're right outside.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to spend a corruption to transform. And I'm going right to one of the cars.
All right. You are going into gunfire, so I want you to roll quick. Keep your cool.
Yep. I always forget, keep your cool is spirit, right?
And this is happening as the barrage hits the house.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dope.
I very much kept my cool. And I'm armored like crazy nuts.
Ooh. Okay.
Because I've got like, I've got armor and then extra armor. And all wolfed out.
All right. I'll say maybe you lose one of them because you are
Okay.
charging right into gunfire.
Yeah,
You do notice like some of these rounds are silvered. as
doesn't
well.
matter.
You think the invulnerable to silver?
Yeah, I didn't pick that.
Ooh. Okay. Cool.
As I have, sometimes you lose control when you're transformed.
Oh.
And when I transform, I have to keep my cool or declare a hunt. I already kept my cool, so.
Yeah. All right. You race towards one of the cars. What is Shin doing?
I'm tackling Montolio behind down to the ground behind the couch as best I can.
Okay. Sounds like that is. I mean, I'll let you decide. That can be keep your cool or let it out. I feel.
Let's go with a let it out.
All right.
Feeling lucky. I'm not because I have 0 spirit. That's a 6.
Okay. You take one harm.
Okay.
One level of it. You are grazed badly. And Egontrey is also going to take a hit unless someone else can do something.
Hey, don't worry, I got that.
Okay, Seamus.
Yeah, I'll do the devil inside or whatever, or the let it out. I don't know what the.
Do it,
Yeah,
yeah,
and I'll
do
just
it.
like.
So you're the devil inside to unleash your demonic form.
Yeah, and then I'll just block them.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right, let's roll that devil inside move.
Otherwise, I'm taking a hit.
Yeah.
I'm just because I'm not ducking. I'll just
You can-
block with my
You
whole
can armor that, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
Hopefully. If not, oh no, that's not happening.
Oof.
So what's the result with a 3?
That's gonna hurt. Well, wait, do I add something to it, or is that just with blood? So I got a
Unless you
5.
Choose one, and you're dead.
So unless you choose one and you it. Okay, so I'll gain an armor.
Okay. I also thanks to that, your supernatural armor appears and absorbs the automatic gunfire, protecting Egontrey.
I'm glad.
Not me.
What is Carwin doing? Carwin.
Yes.
Please correct me until I get it right.
That's
What is Carwin doing?
Mara, didn't you happen to have anything to help in this situation? All I have is this dagger with me. I don't have the whip right at the moment.
Had trouble getting that thing through customs?
Something along those lines, yes.
He's like, I can try and put up a shield, but,
That could help.
well, I thought you were stronger than that.
Not at the moment, no.
Alright, you have to roll persuade on him.
Okay.
Wow.
That's double 6s.
Whoa.
So,
Alright.
David is super on board.
He's like,
Okay.
I sort of thought a dragon would be a bit more powerful. And he like snaps his fingers.
Wow.
A shield goes around
Get
you
wrecked.
and him.
I'm
Unblocks the
still
bullets.
young in this form. I'm sorry.
The last time my dragon was fully skinless in the 40s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so that absorbs the bullets. After the shooting is done, one car pulls away. You are attacking the other car. Let's have you roll unleash an attack.
Okay, cool.
There's like 4 goons in there.
Okay, she's probably just going right in there with them. Because that's how she rolls.
Get in the car. Put your seatbelt on.
Let's go.
I mean,
Werewolves
she doesn't want to be
werewolves.
out in the open for too long because werewolves kill mobsters might be a story. But on the other hand, if she can get into the car and just kill them in there.
No one will.
Wild wolf attack at Curzon City streets in Boston.
That is
nice.
an 11.
Alright, which one are you
Reference
picking
to
to inflict
Bob's
terrible
spots.
harm?
Uh,
Perhaps?
Yeah, I feel like, how many of them have guns? Like, how many were gunmen? There's a driver.
Yeah, and then 3 gunmen.
And then 3 gunmen.
It's like every seat.
So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna do like normal horrible harm to this guy because her harm is already an additional +2. So she harms and she's taking the gun from him and is just gonna unload into the next gunman. So basically she just pulls the guy's arm straight out the socket, Wookiee style.
Whoa.
Now she's got like a machine gun. It's like
Just mows down. All right, the car is full of dead people. It rolls along for a bit, smashes into a street light, and like you're able to roll out as it blows up.
Didn't know they were driving a Ford Pinto.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made cars bad back then. The other car is pulled away.
yeah.
Inside Egontrey's townhouse, very chaotic. Egontrey sits up. He's crying and wailing. Special Agent Blight immediately calls into action, grabs him. She has her gun up, and she's like, Egontrey, come with me. We're going to a special location. Let's go. And she drags him back straight towards the garage.
Can I run off to go find the staff as best I can? I
You're like, hold that thought, I gotta show you
I tried
something.
to do that earlier.
Yeah, let's have you investigate a place of power.
No, it's maybe 5.
All right. You look around for the staff. I will say you just... Oh, you can actually check with power if you want to for that one.
Yeah, no, that's... I
So it's
only have a
Egontrey,
1.
yeah. And you see that Egontrey has just managed to... He just, like, grabs it. It was in his, little umbrella stand kind of thing. He just happens to grab it as she goes into the garage. A car engine revs to life, and a very fast FBI Lincoln Town car zooms out, carrying Egontrey with it.
Yeah, I'm glad that this is Boston in the 70s when Boston was a little bit of a war zone.
I'm gonna start running insurance for him.
He's gonna send that message.
I said, I'm not done with Montolio yet. That's better. 10, so I get 3. I'm gonna choose demonic flights, armor, and demonic weapon. So my sword gets worse looking, more kind of sinister as I'm going to just charge down this car.
All right. I will say you're not going to be able to catch up with it. When you do, tail the car.
Okay.
And it does not go to an FBI safe house. Instead, it goes straight into the Fens, which is like kind of a open air, like a big park in the middle of Boston. Lots of
Gay
reeds.
sex.
Okay.
Oh, I'm
No.
sorry. Did you not know that about the Fens?
Oh, I didn't
Go
actually,
there.
but like that makes sense. That it was kind of a cruising location.
It
I'm
is.
sure.
Is the cruising location. Of
Was
Boston.
it?
Well,
All right.
it's also a dead body drop location.
That is also another thing. that
Yeah.
we do in the Fens. Yep.
Yes. And that is the purpose it will serve tonight. Because you see this car zooms to a halt in front of a small Winter Hill Gang force, an execution squad, including Whitey, that has set up right over on like the shore by this nasty marshland. And the water in this marsh is like churning and bubbling, and you're floating over and seeing all of this.
I don't know where everybody is at this point.
So you're outside next to
Yeah.
the blown up car.
I guess we're all.
And everybody except for Shin is still inside.
Okay.
Egontrey is gone.
Yeah.
The only person in there, the only 2 in there are Mr. M,
Okay.
Merlin, and Special Agent Irvin.
Could I possibly let it out to see if I can tap into some of the draconic essence and maybe pick up some speed? And
Are you trying to like sniff out Egontrey? Is that what or what do you?
kind of, but also sort of. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. Let it out doesn't really allow me to increase anything. Just says extend senses. Okay.
You can try that and see if you can locate him.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the other thing, no, that requires a ritual. So, because there's also when I seek a broodmate, it says perform a ritual. So that there's probably not enough time for that. So yeah.
Irvin is like, he's like on the radio trying to like call in, to headquarters, and he's like, you can tell he's confused and upset.
Okay.
All All right, let's have you roll to let it out for that.
Ooh, there we go. 12.
Okay, with that, you can feel Egontrey's scent. Yeah, you can probably like trace it to the fence.
Okay. He's in the fens.
Irvin's like, what? What the hell is he doing there?
It seems your associate was not have his health in their interest. So.
You mean Blight?
So it seems.
He's like,
He was the
ugh.
one who took him there.
I should have known Blight was crooked. This whole organization, it's all people getting confidential informants, doing favors for them. And Whitey, this is I mean, I don't look. I'll go ahead and tell you because the guy I trusted is gone. But I'll go ahead and tell you because Blight's crooked. Why? And you as you're coming back in, you hear him say this.
I was gonna do one more thing outside.
Okay, well, let's tell you that before you before I reveal what all of you know.
Yeah. So the one guy whose arm is ripped off, I'm guessing he's still alive because
No, he's super dead.
Oh, did he die? Okay.
Yeah,
I
they're all
guess-
gone.
Probably from shock.
Yeah, well, then I
You
guess
can't survive with an arm.
Blood loss is pretty
You
quick.
can survive
Yeah.
you can survive along with the big 2 aliens to death.
Ah.
Did that in our game in PAX Unplugged.
Okay, well then, if that guy instantly
stand
died of
corrected.
shock because he's weak, then I'm coming back in. I was gonna give him a message to give, but yeah.
Run.
Well, here's the thing you learn. You come in, he's saying, Whitey Bulger was her confidential informant.
Wait, who's confidential informant?
Whitey, she was Blight's informant.
Who's playing?
My
Yeah,
partner,
she's the agent in charge.
the sack over
The
here.
one that just ran away with.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, great. So he's a frickin' stoolie.
Yeah. I always say that about sums it up. Let me guess, you thought you could trust him?
No, I didn't think I could trust him because, I mean, he worked with the Italians, but still, I mean, you know. I mean, you gotta, like, be friends with people, and now I gotta kill him, and that kind of sucks.
I guess that puts us on the same side.
Oh, by the way, I can't turn back into, like, human form until sunrise.
Get in the car. Damn, it smells like dog in here.
Dog and blood.
But on the other hand, I got a freaking machine gun, and that's a wicked pisser.
Does someone need a hand?
Yeah, the hand is just like still on it.
You might want to remove the hand from that machine.
Oh, yeah, good point. Let's lose a good meat here.
Mr. M's like, charming. Well,
People keep saying that around me. Do you guys know what that means?
I will let you four fast friends rescue your father, and hopefully you can let the dragon out a little bit more than you've done so far. It's a terrible thing, I know, but
Is it?
these are terrible times.
So
Are you all like-
outside of this competition, I'm 2 corruption away from a corruption move. So
So
I'll be a
wait,
little bit.
it's a terrible thing when you turn into a dragon because it's an awesome thing when I turn into a wolf.
One would think.
One would think, but the base nature of a dragon is very violent.
What's your point?
It's very, very needy.
And very needy, yes.
Okay. If it makes you needy and
Actually,
like a
more
freak-
maybe not needy, more greedy.
Covetous.
Covetous, greedy.
Oh, greedy I can understand. Needy,
Yes.
forget it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of unwanted desires for polite society.
Yeah, that's like almost all of my desires.
Yes.
So, Seamus, as you guys are heading out, you once again hear Crom Cruock's voice in your head being like, "You are coming to a place of death. All places of death belong to me." Oh, also, are you still in your tainted form?
Oh no, that's over with.
Okay. He's like, let it out once more. I will make you master of it.
I'm down for it.
And with that, you guys pile into one of Egontrey's other cars I'm sure he's got. Yeah, it's the Werenash. I was wondering if it should appear, but yeah, I like that idea.
Oh, okay, so a werewolf in a werewolf car.
A werewolf in a werewolf car.
Would you like werewolves?
Only
werewolves
on
a
Generation
werewolf car?
Shadow.
Hey, that was the Vermin Rose's fault.
Yeah.
It was.
And
Most
you
beautiful
guys,
car.
I think you were in that.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were the werewolf car. It's that same car. And you guys speed over to the fens. And then maybe if you want to snoop around or if you
Oh, I
you
would
guys
love
want
to
to
do that. Yeah. Because
Okay.
we're getting to a place that, well, I mean, we
Oh,
don't
if it
know
was-
how bad it is, but from what I heard, yeah.
If it
Yeah,
was
and then we'll
late
cut
at-
back to Shin, and you guys will arrive in the middle of that.
If it was late in the year, we could all see the Sox play.
Could have actually taken used Market Corruption to take one more ability on this.
I'm always happy to see you guys mark corruption and become the worst.
Yeah.
The
Excellent.
worst forms of yourself.
Yes. By
So-
the way, with that last let it out, since I got a 10+, I decided to not ignore the corruption and add to my Fireborn, which is I ignore all environmental harm.
Oh man! All right. by all means.
I'm marking an extra corruption move, so that I can get 2 more qualities to my transformation.
So some.
All right.
Just pick from hell.
Inspector Callahan, let me have you.
So once you fill this up, you can.
Do you want to roll that snoop move?
Yeah, I did. I got a 9, so I get 1.
Okay.
The same.
Well, here, let me read everybody the description of what's going on, and then we will hear what that might open up some questions. All right, so
with let it out, you
deep in the marshland of the fens, on a little swampy shore surrounded by reeds, Whitey Bulger disposes of his enemies. How many Winter Hill rivals, mafia goons, or just poor bastards who were in the wrong place at the wrong time have ended up in the water? You might be able to get a good count as their waterlogged limbs reach up through the dark water, stretching out to devour Montolio Egontrey, who stands at the edge of the bog. Bulger lights up a cigarette, the flash illuminating his ice blue eyes, as his assorted goons stand around him with their firearms. He shoves Egontrey to his knees with a practiced punch. He's done this before. All right. Bulger exhales smoke as he puts the muzzle of his pistol to the back of Egontrey's head. Let's see how immortal this motherfucker really is. Shin, what do you do?
So I arrive. My sword is already out. I walk towards
You get this
What?
like surprise round equivalent, and then we'll do.
Whitey. King Yama calls. I'm actually use my new corruption move, and all the bodies that are behind him floating in the water begin to crawl forth as I summon a gang of demons. A small gang of demons, 2 harm, 2 armor, demonic.
Awesome.
And I'm going to command them to charge his goons while I go after Whitey himself.
Whoa. Okay. You guys arrive just as this battle is raging in the marshland. Callahan, what would you like to do for your snoop move, and then we'll do the everybody roll, keep your cool.
All right.
The roll initiative, as it were.
Right. So, what's the greatest threat here? Is it actually Bulger, or is it the true like undead coming from the ground, or is it something else?
Oh man, I don't know. Like the undead are a problem. They're just kind of attacking it. They are under Shin's
They are
command.
my control. They are attacking specifically his goons.
Yeah,
But
I will
wasn't
say
there
you
other
can.
ones?
Yes, I will say you can see that. So probably the biggest threat I would say is Bulger, especially because you were able to tell through your second sight that he's got some psychic powers as well.
Okay.
So yeah, he's the number 1 threat here. So everybody else, roll. Keep your cool.
Okay. Is that how we're doing initiative now?
Yeah, that's what I'm just make sure everybody gets a chance to do what they want.
Cool, cool. Oh, terrible.
Not my best.
Did anybody get a 12 or higher? Anybody get a 10 or higher?
7.
Anybody get an 8 or 9?
8.
9.
Okay,
So
so
Tainted go first.
Nice.
Yeah.
Seamus and Shin. Anybody get a 7 or 6?
I got a 6.
Okay, a 7 for Callahan.
Yep.
Which one of you is the higher blood?
I have a
the same?
3.
Higher blood. I thought it was.
Oh,
Keep it cool as spirit.
Right, yeah, I'm sorry, spirit.
I have 2.
then I only have 1.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
if we were rolling on blood instead, I'd be way better.
just keep your cool.
Yes.
So we have Carwin and then Colleen,
Carolyn.
Carwin, and then last, the baddies.
Yes.
Okay, Seamus. you arrive in the middle of this mobster zombie melee, ripping through the fens, while this weird misty monster oversees everything. And Egontrey is on his knees, still with a gun to his head.
Can the guy who has the gun to his head see me? Are they like, am I to his back? Which direction?
You're coming up from like the side,
Oh, okay.
so like he shouldn't see you. But as you're approaching, he looks straight at you.
Oh, what? What? I'm not just walking towards him.
It's Whitey Bulger. He's got the second sight.
Oh my! All right.
Blame
MK
MK
Ultra.
Ultra, dude. Blame your CIA employer.
MK Ultra still sounds like a condom to me.
If you read the MK Ultra, it is the weirdest conspiracy theory out there. It's real messed up. It's real kind of funny.
Very weird. I mean, not a theory. Like it was a real thing.
It was a real thing with the conspiracy theories that came out of it.
Oh yeah, that's
The
true.
conspiracy theories that actually did something.
Yeah. So what do you do, Seamus?
So I guess. Can I do the? Can I assume the demon form again
Yes.
and run at him and try and get the gun away, like basically tackle him. And get the
Okay. Well, all of you roll for the demon form. We'll just not go ahead and do both in the interest of time.
I'm really hoping that's pretty good. Ooh.
Oh, buddy.
What do I add with that blood?
Yeah.
So that's 13.
Yeah.
All right, and then for
So
the
I get a lot of things from
let's have you
2
do
plus you're on the job too, so you get 3 choices from that list. Because you're on your job for a boss.
So I'll take the harm, the armor. Wait. What is this? I can choose. What's the difference between choosing a demon weapon and choosing a
So like say like for weapon over here you have a pistol.
Oh, yes.
You can then swap it out for like a hand weapon or just your fists. Or sorry, a ranged weapon that is demonic of nature.
I'll just choose the inflict 1 harm, the gain armor, and then the demonic movement. So I'll run real fast.
Yeah.
He can
All
see
right.
me, but if he knows that I'm there, if he's not
Let
fast
me-
enough to react.
Flaming motorcycle.
Let me have you roll a Let It Out to rescue Egontrey.
Okay, well let's see how this goes.
Can I assist on oh no mind.
That's alright. That's a 9. So
Good assist.
Can I assist on it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Is this just a plus what, right? For you?
yeah, all I need is a 1 or something. Yeah.
That's a 7.
Hey, nice.
Okay, that was a 10.
Okay, so on a
Cool.
10, ignore the corruption to choose another or choose another from the list.
Good shoot.
Maybe take definite hold of something vulnerable, which would be Egontrey.
Actually, I'd rather just take the gun, but that's me.
That's fair. That's something a hold of something.
Yes.
All right, so you barrel into Whitey. You grab his pistol.
Can I? So I got to inflict 1 harm. Can I shoot him in the knee?
Oh, I thought you. Oh, did you want to do one more? Because you're doing a Let It Out, not
Yeah.
a leech attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you do damage, you do the extra.
Oh, when I do damage, you
Mhm.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
I just have the gun.
Okay. So you wrench the gun. Egontrey starts like crawling away from this bloody grass here. Next is Shin.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to break the staff.
He's like, my mission first, suckers.
All right,
Ow.
you fly down. The staff was just falling in the dirt by his car.
So I'm gonna like land on it and then reach out for Egontrey, like to help him up.
Okay, are you rolling to break?
I'm willing to break the staff, but it looks like I'm trying to help him up because I want to look for
Oh,
something
okay.
as
Maybe do mislead, distract, or trick then.
Can I use don't look at me so I'm kind of like distracting him by like stepping on something he cherishes, which is his staff?
Ooh, okay.
+1 instead of a -1. Doesn't help.
What's the total there?
6.
Okay, I will say like you land over. He looks at you in like expectation, just as a zombie grabs the back of his leg and pulls him into the marsh.
See ya.
All right, Inspector Callahan.
So Bulger's no longer the big threat because he's.
Well, he got disarmed, but you can tell like he's darting back where there's more weaponry farther behind. So he's
Okay.
going for bigger guns.
All right. I'm gonna try to head him off if I can, and then if he gets to a gun, and I think it's gonna be me, I'm definitely gonna shoot.
Okay, so kind of like holding your action.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
All right, just remind me when I get to the bad guy's turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Carowin.
I would like to.
Egontrey is currently in the
Yeah.
marsh, drowning.
Yeah, I would like to try and get him.
He never learned to swim.
He's been alive so long, he never learned to swim.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure he does. But the zombies are bearing him down, so.
Yeah, I would like to.
I just want to establish, for Marvin, Egontrey can swim, okay?
Yes.
I'm not going to hold you to that.
Yeah. All right.
I feel like it was very long. Like he at least learned how to swim.
You can doggy paddle.
Yeah.
No, he's a fine swimmer.
So could I possibly? So I'd like to go and get him. So would that be like a let it out to see if I can take definite hold?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no. 3, 4. Actually, oh nope, still 6.
Okay. You charge across to get him, you slip, and you fall into the bog as well. Zombies are also getting at you. Next, Colleen.
Okay, so you know my history of attacking people with plot armor. I need to know, if I attack him, is there any chance for an Inglorious Bastard sort of ending where I
You
can
kill
actually
one.
hurt Whitey Bulger, or should I not bother because he has plot armor and I should just leave that alone? Because she just found out that this guy betrayed her and he's a cheese eater, and there's something you do to cheese eaters, which is you kill him. But on the other hand, if he has hardcore plot armor, I don't want to waste my turn.
Let's see. I will say you can go ahead and attack him.
Okay.
It will perhaps not kill him, but I won't consider it a waste of your turn.
Okay. I just wanted to check, because I know that I tend to target the people that I shouldn't bother to target. Like, that's a long history.
Well, let's be honest. He paints a very bright target on them. Just like
Yes.
that dude's evil. He took his gun. He's an evil dude. Let's murder him.
Right.
This isn't D&D apparently.
So she pounces on Whitey Bulger. We'll see how I roll. I want to describe what's going to happen first.
Okay.
She goes like, "You fucking rat. You know what happens to rats in our organization."
Oh, jeez.
That is still a 9.
Okay. Which one are you picking from the top?
So I'm going to say that I'm going to inflict terrible harm on him, because there's nothing to really take from him.
Okay.
Actually, if you're okay with this, because she does love the story about Kenny Colleen biting off Mickey Dwyer's nose.
You bite off his nose?
Yeah, I think she's gonna bite his fucking nose off.
Oh, man. All right.
And she's found herself in a bad spot, which is she's currently pounced on top of frickin'
Whitey Bulger.
Whitey Bulger with his gang looking at her.
All right. You
Don't
pounce. You bite off his nose.
I mean, she still did a lot of harm to him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But just not. She wants to prove a point before killing him.
Yeah, he falls back, and he brings up like a sawed-off shotgun
Yeah.
and is aiming at you, and the scream was like, hold on. My fucking nose!
Nice.
Excellent.
All the great sound effects here on
Just
Generation
like at
Shadow.
transit, fucko.
But as he's pulling it up, Inspector Callahan.
Oh, you don't. That's when I will. That's when I will take fire. Yep. I'll take my shot. I will not go for the head, but because as far as I know, he's immortal, right? As far as I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one's mortal?
Bulger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not trying to take mortal lives. So I'm going to do that. Sort of a shoulder shot, I guess, or the arm, forearm, whatever works best.
Okay.
Dope. That is a 11. Roll with mind. So that's
Nice.
11. So my marksman, Callahan, family trait still in effect.
Hey.
Awesome. So you could maybe take something from him, being the gun?
Yeah, definitely the gun, and so yeah, we'll do that.
So he's pulled out the shotgun
Yeah,
and
because
just goes flying.
I have a snub nose. It's only 2 harm, basically.
Okay, well,
So
you
I'm hoping that doesn't add on to the death after the nose removal, but
All right, you like blow his hand apart there.
oh, woo.
Okay,
It's been a plus P.
Seamus.
Yeah, because she already just does +3 harm.
I still have my demon gang.
Oh yes. Okay. Do you
So,
want to roll for them? or-
Yeah, they're going after the Whitey's henchmen to try to take them down as best they can. So I guess there's not really any role for them.
All right, Egontrey
Just do
still
2
in the
harm.
soup. Also, Carowin has joined him.
Oh wait, you're both in there?
They're both
I
in the
do.
suit.
I
Yeah.
slipped into the bog, trying to save him.
Oh, that's right. I hit him.
Yeah. I'm gonna still try and save him. I'll just
All right. So how'd you do for the?
They just do 2 harm. It looks like.
Oh,
to
okay.
To the goons.
All right. So they kind of like trade fire. It's sort of a toss up who will win right now. At this
2
point.
armor, 2 harm. So.
Okay, Seamus.
Was the guy I took the gun from the same person that just got
Yeah, that was Whitey.
Okay.
Yeah, he had another gun on him. He's got a lot of guns.
Oh, the just have
But
a gun winner.
now I've got his nose.
Ooh, got your nose.
Can I? I don't know if that's a thing. Is there, so the rest are? Is there any other? It was like gang, or is there anyone else? There?
The gang is pretty busy with the zombies.
Oh, the gang.
With my zombies.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
There's 2 sets of zombies.
Look, Whitey killed a lot of people. There's a lot of zombies.
Some
A lot of corpses that were animated here in the
Some of them are
fence.
going for revenge against the henchmen. Others are trying to drown our 2 friends.
Yeah. Can I pick up the shotgun and then shoot with the shotgun and the pistol in the head on the zombies? You know,
Sure. So give me an Unleashing attack on the zombies. Are you
There's
just
a-
trying to like do damage to zombies, or are you trying to like cover or protect somebody with this gunfire?
Just do damage to zombies. So.
Okay, give me an Unleashing attack. Just unload on
Also,
some
this
zombies.
doesn't go against the pacifist nature because they're zombies, so it's
They're already dead.
Sure.
There's no issue here.
So there's good zombies and bad zombies.
Wow.
You're not
that's
doing
real
so hot,
bad.
buddy.
I don't have a lot of practice.
Be a pacifist.
Yeah, there you go. So what
Okay, I will say this.
So
The
it's 5.
safety is
Yeah,
on.
I have a 5 on that one.
Okay, you fire the safeties on, and then also you trip on the mud, and you fall into the bog too.
I'm not that close.
No, you rolled like a 3, dude. Bad stuff's gonna
Why does
happen.
everyone have to fall in?
Trust me, if you're anywhere near the bog and the fens, you're gonna fall into the bog.
So we got 3 of your
Choose
number is in the
flight.
bog.
Alright, well. Things don't live. You'll be
Shin.
The fens is
Okay,
just
I'm
bad.
going to attempt to extract some of them from the bog.
What?
I'm going to try to. Would killing the zombies like manage to free them, or do I need to free them some other way?
By killing, you mean like killing the zombies that are like trying to pull them down?
Yeah.
I mean that would get rid of the pressure on them. They'd probably. I mean, I think these 2 are probably okay swimmers. I don't know. You guys hit those cold northern Irish waves a lot.
My dad owned a boat, so I know.
Oh, all right.
Supposedly there's a lake up the gate that I was
Yeah, the water
battling the other
islands
dragon
are
with.
just-
Yeah, okay.
So,
All right. So yeah, I would say the
Boston.
zombies are the big obstacle right now.
cool. I'm gonna start hacking and slashing.
Woo!
Oh my
No, you're
god!
Oh
Having a
no!
great time. aren't
We are, but thankfully I'm flying, so.
All right. I will
Not
say you
anymore.
swing
So
down.
that's a total 5.
I will say you take 1 harm from the zombies grabbing you and
I
like
have armor, so.
yeah, ripping at you, but they don't quite pull you in.
God dang,
They
what is
tried
our
to.
deal? We
Just-
both rolled 3.
Hey, they're dead. They want you dead. All right, Inspector Callahan.
Now that Whitey's definitely not.
Yeah, no
issue.
longer a threat.
Yeah, no nose, no hand.
Right.
Yep.
So we've already altered history.
Oops.
He gets
Well,
that
I
fixed.
got a plan
He gets
for
that
this.
fixed.
Going after people in the mosh. So I'm going to, if it's possible, what looks best in her estimation, getting a bigger weapon from his stash to blow more zombies to pieces, or is like a chance for me to grasp them out of there. Like, do I think like I'm gonna get sucked in if I go to try to reach?
Probably not if you're careful.
Yeah, our luck has not been great.
All right, I guess I'll try to be careful.
Okay, that's what you roll to keep your cool. I think would do this.
Okay. Not happening.
Oh my god.
That's 4.
And this is how we die, everybody.
Hey, I said I was careful.
Literally oblivious to everything besides Whitey. Unfortunately, my character is just like Whitey Bulger. Just like, there are zombies? Nah, Whitey Bulger.
It's fun.
All right, I will say you go to the edge. You grab. See who'd be closest.
That's
Me,
Probably
just-
Seamus.
probably.
You start pulling him out. Unfortunately, some zombies are still grabbing to him, and there's a tug of war situation going on that you are losing and being pulled in. All right, Colleen.
Oh, isn't
The
it?
water's fine.
Let's- yeah.
Everybody.
He goes before I go.
Oh, you're right, Carwin.
Let's try this again with a let it out. Better. 9.
Nice.
Okay.
Take it.
Who are you taking out with you?
You're escaping.
I'm getting out.
Don't choose your dad. Choose me.
Your gangster's like, son! I'm sorry, I was never right there for you. Come on, we'll throw the old ball
Hey,
around.
Ben, your father, boy. But he wasn't your daddy.
I have so many questions I need to ask now.
No, I think Egontrey's a little bit more vulnerable at this point.
We need him, actually.
I'll
Yeah.
remember this again.
All right.
Shut up, you snitch.
Everybody.
Shut up, you snitch.
So
You seem to be in a form that can take care of itself.
Oh, yeah, well,
So, Carwin, how are you like revealing some draconic stuff? How are you getting out of here?
oh, I cannot wait.
I guess
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I'm one away from taking a corruption move. If I'd only hit that last. Okay. Well, I'm definitely taking something. So actually, I'm gonna take out my ceremonial dagger and just sort of jam it into the zombie that's hanging on to Egontrey and myself, and sort of.
Ooh, cut your way for free?
Yeah.
All right, and with that, you were able to get him over to the shore. Colleen.
Yes.
So-
So she's still on top of Whitey.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm informing Marvin isn't here, but his character is. I'm just letting Londell 26 know that. Okay, really quickly. Okay, so she's on top of Whitey right now. Like, basically has him pinned. She just bit his nose off and spit it out. And she's gonna lean in close to him and whisper in his ear, and I feel like she can use Alpha Dog on this to persuade an NPC using blood instead of heart.
Okay.
I feel like this is an appropriate time to use it, because when else am I going to?
Yeah. Bit nose off, hand gone.
Listen to me, Whitey. You can die here, right now, but you're an important face to the organization. Now, we sewed Mickey's nose back on just fine after it got bit off. That's why I picked that. But I need to know that from now on, you ain't calling hits on me. And that when you decide to make bad decisions like this, you're gonna run it by me first. I want to move up in this organization. And you're the face of it. We're gonna fix that beautiful face of yours, too. That's her persuasion.
Ooh, all right, let's roll.
Rolling on blood. That is a 10.
Nice.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I would have persuaded him.
All right, so he'll be like, well, let me get me a. It's a deal. It's a deal sounds the same if you're holding your nose or not.
it does.
So
Very
she's gonna,
interesting. That's interesting.
at
Yeah.
that point, she's gonna throw him over her shoulder and bound off to the nearest hospital with his nose.
All right, and with that, I'm gonna say we bring the scene to a little bit of a close. You've got Egontrey out. I'm gonna say it is possible to get this guy out in the muck too. It's only him.
I would go after him after.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's got help.
I mean, most of the threat is gone at this point. The zombies and the mobsters, when they see that their boss has been taken care of, they run away as well. And Egontrey says like, "Can we get a drink?"
Yes. Can I pick up the staff?
Yeah, he's not even noticing it.
I think this is yours, Egontrey.
Oh yes, thank you.
I'm
Oh,
breaking it on my knee.
It's been a bad day for him.
Yeah, Egontrey's like, oh, yeah. What? Do you know how much that cost? What I do to get that?
King Yamato waits.
Oh,
You wanna make sure that's-
doesn't he for all of us?
Yes. Specifically
All right.
you and a few others who have lived as long as you have.
Well, speaking of that, look, I'll get you guys a drink and I'll tell you what you want to know.
Right on.
So we'll decamp to the Emerald Harp once again. At this point, it's so late in the night that even the St. Patrick's Day crowd is thinned out a bit. I'm sure there's still some partiers going on. Egontrey gets you all to a quieter booth in the back, and he's like, I was trying to tell you, Margaret Thatcher was the one who's behind all of it.
Of course she is.
She contacted me. She told me to sell to the Winter Hill, who passed it on to Tuatha, and to like Bulger personally, who Irish or whatever, but he would still sell. Even, maybe he use middlemen or whatever, but he'd sell to the Red Hand too, whatever Thatcher wanted, because of she was offering a lot of money. I don't know why. She mentioned something about the worse it gets in Belfast, the better it gets for her. Yeah, she's a scary woman, I'll tell you that much. You do not want to cross her. Especially with the last thing I just gave her.
What'd you give her?
You can believe it was this weird eye. there's a name that goes with it. It's on the tip of my tongue, and he's like, oh yeah, Baylor. Eye of Baylor. Should be arriving in Belfast just about now. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day!
Go yourself.
I don't think I'm guessing my character was not there for that.
Yeah, you were probably at the hospital. And with that, let's move on to those closing moves. Because, yeah, just about time here. But yes, now you know Margaret Thatcher is behind it all. So, let's start with, we'll kind of go this way. And they'll be a little different for you, Colleen. Carwin. Carwin.
Welsh names are hard, dude.
I know. I'll get there.
Yeah. Let's see.
2 episodes left.
Faction.
So now with 2 episodes left.
Oh, yeah, I should. Do any factions go up and down, and do you feel you owe a debt to anybody here? Or did anybody owe you?
Everybody is a debt to me.
Yeah, really do. You kept the thing from us having that bad ending on that one.
I think, yeah, Colleen kind of saved the day with that,
Yeah, oof.
that well-timed tackle.
Oof.
Yes.
Tackle and persuasion. It was a 1-2 punch.
Ooh.
The 2 main fighters here of the usual group just were rolling 3s.
No, I don't think any factions changed per se. At least not for me. I do think that Egontrey owes me a debt for saving his life.
Okay, I can see that. And for being your dad.
Yeah. And well,
Thanks, Dad.
I basically like after I saved him, I was just like, you may have been a shit father, but I can at least save your life once.
Thanks. How about Seamus?
I was gonna say night went down because Margaret Thatcher is part of night, right?
Yep, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm gonna say is that wild? I think I passed. Yeah, wild went up. That'll be me.
Okay, anybody owe you a debt, or do you feel you owe anybody a debt?
Oh man, I am so pissed off at this guy right here. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one.
Why?
Hey, I had 2 people I needed to save.
You should have chosen me.
Oh.
And
Wow.
Seamus is a selfish side, I guess.
Seamus the selfish pacifist.
You want me to go bite his nose off?
No,
Yeah,
I'll do it.
yeah.
Oh, no, that's all internal. We'll get to that.
All right, fine. I'll owe you a debt if you really feel that way.
It makes a wicked strong impression biting someone's
By the way,
nose off.
I owe you 2
It's
debts now.
vain.
Yeah,
So
I've been saving you guys since we haven't died.
Okay, how about... Oh, are we good, Seamus?
Yeah, that's all right.
All right, how about Shin?
I don't know if really. I mean, if anybody, Montolio owes me a debt because I was first on scene to try to intercede his untimely doom. I feel like that would have just been would have happened anyways, even if I hadn't done that. So I don't think really anybody owes me a debt. As for faction change, yeah, I don't think I really have any changes. No, like my opinions on these groups really either like if they did change, it kind of neutraled out.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I mean, it does kind of fit the themes of this arc here. So yeah, I like that. All right. Shin, anything else? All good there?
Yeah, I'm all good there.
Okay. So Colleen, I don't know if you want to do those last moves, but just what do you think happens to Colleen as like the 70s go on?
Well, I think that she does like really get involved in the Winter Hill gang, and also becomes disappointed with Aerosmith's output as the like 70s move along, because it's just not as like Rocks is fine, but then it kind of and then they do the thing with Run DMC and it's like it's good, but you know.
It feels like a personal attack.
I mean, I don't like Pump as much as I like Toys in the Attic. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just because I'm older now, but they're older. I don't know. Whatever. It's just not as good. Whatever. I've moved on. I'm listening to Guns N' Roses now.
Respect.
At any rate.
I know that one.
So she's I feel like she probably like makes good on working with Whitey and like really now that she knows that he's a rat, really gets insistent on like, okay, if we're gonna be feeding the FBI information, let's feed them a bunch of fake information. Like, why
or
not-
information on rivals.
Or information on rivals.
Yeah,
like
which I
this-
think is what Whitey Bulger was sort of doing there.
That
yeah.
is what he was doing. She's like, don't betray your own people. Like, it doesn't do any good to betray me. Like, I'm on your side. Like, and if you betray me again, I'm gonna blow off your jam.
Yeah, bite your nose off again.
Yeah, like, don't make me hurt you. So she has an abusive relationship with Whitey Bulger. At any rate, yeah. So I think that's
Deserving.
really what she does. Is she, keeps moving her way through the gang and is a little bit more subtle about being a werewolf in the future. Although she does have a meat locker, because she's like, don't waste the bodies, don't throw them in the fens. Like, let's get a meat locker. Then
So turning into zombies there.
yeah, well, she has pups later on, and they need meat.
Oh, wonderful. All right. How about Inspector Callahan?
Werewolves are monsters, okay?
I know, yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty much following the same kind of path as Shin. Callahan would say that Knightwood went up because of the aid that he got.
Okay.
Brutal aid. So that would have went up, and power would have went down if Egontrey was the one really behind it. But then I would say it equals out with Knight because it turns out that
Yeah.
Thatcher's behind it. That was my reasoning. Like, if Montolio was the one really, power would have went down. But.
Ooh. All right. Very cool. Okay. So with that, next week we're gonna have. Big thanks to Kat for joining us.
Thank you.
I hope I wasn't too much of a distraction.
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun, I think, just to be honest.
I love calling Kenny. I'm definitely gonna have her show up, especially in our '80s arc. I think that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of some way she can appear.
Yeah.
Either
Never
played
coming
by
back.
you or as an NPC. So either way. And then also big thanks to Austin for joining us these
Yeah.
past two episodes. I think he's gonna miss the next one, but hopefully he'll be here for the finale. Yeah. And that next episode we'll have another special guest, Will, who people might
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we'll have very, very glad to have him on, and then week after that, the final episode of Belfast 1975. It's been a lot of fun, but now we're kind of like, yeah, we're over the midpoint, and yeah, two episodes left. Wow.
This is
Yeah.
nuts.
Have fun back in Ireland, you guys.
Will do.
I hear it's a wicked fissa.
Well, when you got Baylor, and if you're a fan of Celtic mythology, you know that monster.
Yep.
We'll see what happens there. Also, they are the Fomorian in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
Another great example of that breed. And all that and more in our next episode.
We will return next
Who
week.
will?
So many things going on.
These idiots will return next week.
Yes, we will.
Not this idiot.
Yes. Some of these
Be.
idiots.
You never know. You'll never
Probably.
know. You'll see the rest of us idiots for sure. But we will see you next week. Thank you so much for everybody kind of hanging out with us and hosting us and making sure that we're doing all this for fun. And thanks, Londell, for tuning in and checking where Marvin is.
He's okay. He's fine.
He's like,
He's fine.
He will
is-
make
Fun
his
Montolio
triumphant return.
isn't.
I'm
He is
hoping
Marvin's
he'll join us
biggest
for our
fan.
next arc.
Yeah, he's been Marvin's biggest fan since the first day we went on air. And yeah, Londell, longtime viewer and supporter of what we do. Thank you so much for that. And of course, Guild of the Phoenix for hosting us tonight. Some good friends of ours that
Ben.
do some stuff on the Eastish coast. Do I say
Midwest
Eastish?
East, yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of all over the place.
plethora
I don't
of
know.
different places.
Where in the world is Carmen
yes.
San Diego?
I mean, obviously, I know a little bit about Boston.
The
A little
internet
bit.
brings us all together
I only
and
lived there
separates
for a
us
few
at the same time. So, make sure and play a lot of games over the next week until you come back. RPGs, tabletop games, all that stuff. But until then, make sure and pull up a chair
Make
and
it
make
time
time
for
to
the
tabletop. All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Finger guns.